Taurus. Hi, baby. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to your love reading. This is a general love reading for the collective. I'm going to take a look at the energy surrounding your interpersonal relationships. I'll pull some tarot cards. I have my classic Rider Waite deck. I have the Tarot Nefertari, and then we'll pull some loving oracle cards at the end so we can get more specificity. That being said, let's get started. Spirit, I thank you for the opportunity to read for the Taurus Collective regarding love and interpersonal relationships. I ask for clear and concise messages as well as protection for myself, the reading, and the collective as we go through this active divination together. Ashe, Amen. I hope you're well. I mean, Uranus and Taurus is, by now, is either coming to a close or is closed, depending on what date I upload this. And what a journey it has been these last 8 years. I think we've learned a lot of lessons. And if you have Taurus in other places in your chart, it's really worth looking at where Uranus intersects with those areas of your life. So as it pertains to Taurus, so I'm a Taurus Sun and I'm also a Taurus Mercury. And so it's just been a really interesting time. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Let's take a look at actions, reactions, and outcomes. Action can be action that you take or action that someone takes toward you. So just put yourself where you fit. If this reading does not resonate with you, that's okay. Check your moon and your rising. I also read for Libra on this channel. So if you are a Venusian baby like me and you have Taurus and Libra in your chart, go ahead and check those out. All right. I'm going to take both of these. Action. So you had to deal with a couple of weirdos. Is kind of what I'm hearing, and then you eventually chose to leave all of those options alone with the King of Pentacles. So with the Seven of Wands, you're dealing with people who are not on your caliber. If you see these wands that are coming from beneath this person that they're defending themselves from, those wands are all beneath them, and they're on higher ground, fighting them off. So. And then with the Knight of Pentacles, you essentially decide that you're going to hold your energy to yourself and you're going to stand firm and stand on business. And I respect that. So it looks like you were dealing with a couple of different energies and they were kind of subpar. And so you just decided you weren't going to deal with anybody. You were just going to focus on yourself. Okay. Reaction, please. Reaction, please. Thank you. Two cards again. The Hierophant. And I'm gonna take it as this is the Ten of Wands. So you put down the burden. You do a lot of work on self, but you put down the burden of people pleasing and dealing with people's just. I'm hearing misshapen behavior. I don't even talk like that. That's not something I would ever say. But you're dealing with people's bad behavior. So you've been dealing with a couple of miscreants, and there's another card that was showing face up that I didn't notice. It's the Eight of Wands. So we're gonna look at that in a second, because that's. Oh, sorry, the Eight of Wands is for the outcome. My bad, Spirit. Sorry. They're like, excuse me. Okay, I heard you. Sorry, my bad. The Hierophant, that's Taurus. That's us, baby. So you're standing very firm in your energy. You're invested in self, and the outcome is that there's a lot of action coming towards you really fast. Okay, let me grab my other deck really quickly. I would just like to get a little bit more clarity before we move into the oracle cards, just so I can understand. Every collective is different, so the collective that I read for one week might be a different collective than another week. It just depends on the energy and if it resonates with you or not. So just keep this in mind. Why is the Seven of Wands here? I mean, I don't really think I need to. I just would like to understand a little bit more. Why is it? Okay, communication. So whoever these people were, they were not good communicators, and that might have turned you off. Whenever my cards jam, I don't know if you can see as I'm shuffling, my cards are jamming, but when my cards jam, that's a telltale sign for me that the communication was not good, and it probably turned you off. Five of Swords. You were dealing with somebody that was not. You were dealing with somebody that had a lot of inner conflict, and they weren't how do I put this nicely? Like, they just were not in a place, like, it was obvious to you that this person probably should not be dating, or they should not be looking for friendship, because I say love, but I also say this is for interpersonal relationships. So this might not, it's not just romantic love. It can be, your relationships that you have with family members, close friends, things like that. So this is really an interpersonal relationship reading. You were dealing with somebody that had a lot of like inner turmoil, and they were projecting it onto you. Is what I'm getting here. Okay. So why is the Hierophant and the 10 of Wands here? Thank you. You have the Knight of Wands. You take a bold new action. You're in this deep space of self-learning and self-mastery. You're really focused on yourself. Is there anything I need to know about the outcome, the 8 of Wands? Thank you. We have the 3 of Pentacles. Somebody wants to come in and they want to work with you. I'm kind of hearing they want to work with you. I don't know if this person if they've been doing the work on their own. Bottom of the deck is King of Swords. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Bottom of this deck is actually the 3 of Swords. So you're leaving behind a pretty painful situation, and you're walking into a triumphant situation. Very interesting. I'll leave that on the side for reflection there. Okay. I wonder who this 3 of Pentacles person is. But it's somebody that's coming in, and they're at least on its face, they're portraying a face of, I want to be reciprocal with you. That's kind of like, I don't want to be like your exes kind of energy. I don't want to be like the others. It's kind of what I'm getting. Very interesting. So I don't know if this person knows your ex, or if this person knows what you went through. Some of you just recently went through like a pretty bad breakup or divorce. Congratulations on that. I don't know who this is for, but if you just got a divorce, you should plan a divorce party, like a divorcee shower, like, your bridal showers and like, bachelor parties, whatever. You should have like a divorcee shower, and like, I think that'd be really cute. Like, go on Pinterest and like, yeah. That's so specific. Celebrate like new chapters ending and new chapters beginning is what I'm hearing. All right, what do I need to know about, what do I need to know? Just, what do I need to know? Yeah, not enough. Lacking confidence, self-sabotage, ego and fear, and frustrations. You were dealing with a weirdo, like I said before. Like, this person in the past that you left behind, this person that had this 5 of Swords energy, this inner conflict that I was talking about earlier, this inner conflict that they had that I was talking about earlier has to do with self-sabotage. I think there's a podcast that I like. I think it's called Academy of Ideas. And they have an episode on the psychology of self-saboteurs and like why it is that they cling to self-sabotage as a means of like navigating the world and finding control and catharsis in what it is that they do. Very, very interesting. So you can check that out if you're kind of still grappling with why it is that this person behaves the way that they did. Not that it's your responsibility to understand, but if you're anything like me, sometimes understanding why people do what they do helps you to learn from it and move on. And especially as we always talk about on this channel, distilling the lesson from the experience after you have processed the emotional component. So you might still be processing the emotional component, and when you're ready, you can go through and start to kind of reflect on this person's behavior and why it is that they showed up the way they showed up, so that you don't show up that way with whatever this is. Because somebody is coming in, and they're coming in fast. Like, okay, what else do I need to know? Oh, thank you. We have paradise, happiness and joy, playfulness, enjoying each other in honeymoon phase. Honey, this is somebody that they want to come in and they want to be... You know that song? This is so old. Like, you know that song, and it's like, if you like pina coladas, it getting caught in the rain. Like, this is somebody that has a very, like, old school, kind of view on romance, and there's somebody that has a more classical view. They want to devote themselves to you is kind of what I'm hearing. And what I'm hearing from you, your energy is like, I don't mind having a devotee. So I'm like, what is going on? Hold on, everybody, wait, stop the record. What is happening? Thank you. What is going on? We have addiction, codependent, obsession and restraint, possession and control, and emotional block. So this is what you're walking away from. This person that was in the past that you left, this seven of wands, excuse me, energy. This person that you chose to go into the Knight of Pentacles and focus on yourself because the relationship you had with them was so draining. With the Five of Swords, all their internal conflict and their inner turmoil and their ego and fear and their self-sabotaging behavior. A lot of that had to do with their own codependence and their own, once again, we're just diving in a level deeper into what it was that drove them to sabotage the relationship, because that is what I'm getting. Well, I also have twin flames, yin and yang balance, union and duality, complement, and polar opposites. So this new person coming in is somebody that might not, you might see them as opposite to you. You guys might come from cultures that are different, or you might have contrasting skin tones. I'm hearing you might have contrasting height. One of you might be really tall, one of you might be really short, or one of you might be like really big and one might be really small. Like there's a difference. There's a discernible difference between the two of you, and it works as a compliment. It might even be part of what attracts you to each other. Very interesting. We also have abundance, positive mindset, manifest, gratitude and bliss, and blessings. So this is somebody, you are a Taurus, and what you need to understand about us is that when our love life is good, our love life and our life of pentacles, I guess you can say, are intertwined. So when our love lives are good and we're not stressed, and that can include choosing to stay single and choosing to work on self, even if you didn't choose to open up this chapter with this person, it still applies. This new person, I don't see you taking back this past person. That looks pretty solidly done. You have to understand that when your love life is good, your pentacles are good. When your pentacles are good, the potential for your love life to be good is good. When your love life is messed up and is stressing you out, your pentacles usually start to suffer, and your financial life starts to suffer, and vice versa. So if your financial life is starting to suffer, your love life usually takes a hit as well. So everything has to be in balance when it comes to Taurus, because we are ruled by Venus. That's why this channel is called Venus Unveiled. Is because I focus on the Venusian signs. And you got to understand that. So this person helps you open the door or maintain the door open to abundance. You guys might even be, I'm hearing power couple. So this is not somebody that's a bum. Like I'm getting in the past also that the person that you were with in the past was kind of a bum. They would make like a home out of a situation that was supposed to be temporary, and they would rather kind of live in an unfulfilling situation that they could easily get out of rather than do the work to get to where they say they want to go, which I'm also hearing is where you are. So you might be a very ambitious person, very hardworking, and maybe this person in the past was just not aligned with that, but they wanted to ride your coattails. You're not dealing with that with this new person. This is somebody that is as ambitious, if not more, than you are. We also have the butterfly, evolving in growth, next phase, healing inner child, and releasing the past. This relationship is a very healing one that allows you to heal your inner child and release the past unsavory relationships that you've been in, and move into a place of fulfillment. Whoever this person is, I kind of want to see if I could. This person is likely an air sign. I'm not really picking up as heavy earth. They're either an air or a water sign, so they might also be a fire sign, I'm hearing for some of you. So just keep your eyes peeled, use your discernment. But this looks like a really positive situation that you're walking into. And this looks like something that you might be open to giving a go, because you just see how different this person is from the past that you went through. I'm also hearing that the universe is trying to show you more savory experiences to soften your heart. Your heart might have been hardened by previous experiences that were not exactly savory in the past with this past person that was very tumultuous and codependent and unhealthy. But with this new person, the universe is trying to show you that it is possible to have what it is that you seek. I'm also hearing that you might have manifested this, or did you might have wrote this down in your journal, or did a spell or something. Even if you didn't and you just thought about it, even that is a spell of sorts. And so you're getting what you asked for. You just didn't think that it was possible for you to have it, and it is. So I hope you enjoy, and I look forward to seeing you soon. If this resonates, give me a like, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Taurus.